Good morning, SHC. I'm Roisin Gaffney.
And I'm Eva O'Donnell. Welcome back to SHC Live.
And now your announcements for Tuesday, October 12th. First, a special welcome to our Irish for a Day guest. Please make yourselves at home here on our campus today. And if you'd like to see any particular program or feature of our campus, just let your student ambassador know. We're very happy to have you here as Irish for a Day.
Our fall blood drive is this Thursday in the Old Gym. Thank you to all of our registered donors. Email Mr. Vaughn with questions or for the Google form to register to join the wait list. Tomorrow is the PSAT and SAT day. Students should be on campus by 8:30, and most students will finish between noon and 12:30. Our cafeteria will have breakfast service, but not lunch service for students. Students are also not allowed to leave the test to move cars. Student guides with practice questions and room assignments can be found in Schoology SHC announcement resources. Come in regular dress, and students should bring number 2 pencils, student ID, a calculator, other than their phones or watches, and water and snacks. Teachers, please remember to move desks into test formation at the end of block 4 today.
In preparation for National Testing Day tomorrow, the testing center will close at 1:15 today. Students will not be able to use the testing center after school tomorrow.
Student athletes, are you interested in playing your sport in college? Join the SHC College Athletic Zoom meeting tonight or Thursday evening to learn about the process. Visit SHC announcements on Schoology for the link and access code. It's not too early to understand the process.
Join the Fishing Club and Outdoor Adventures Club this coming Saturday from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. at San Pablo Reservoir in the East Bay. No experience necessary. The club will provide fishing equipment and transportation, and the entire day will cost you only $25. See the Fitness Center Schoology posting for signups.
Juniors and seniors, anyone who needs their class ring resized to bring their ring to school on Thursday, October 14th during lunch in the plaza. Josens will be on campus to help with the resize and any other repairs. Plus, the makeup date to order your school jacket and makeup date for graduation orders for seniors are both Thursday during lunch in the plaza.
Intramural volleyball will pick back up on Thursday due to Junior Unity later this afternoon and National Testing Day on Wednesday.
Homecoming week starts next week. Don't know who to ask? All grades are welcome to participate and propose to a date or friend, and are encouraged to send the video of your proposal to SHC 2021 HOCO on Instagram.
Don't forget to ask your host. Here's a proposal from last week for inspiration. Now for your Fightin' Irish Sports Report. In athletics last week, history was made as girls volleyball became the first ever female athletic contest of the Bruce Mahoney rivalry since it began in 1947. The team battled hard, the dance team rocked, and the Irish cheering section was awesome. While the Irish didn't prevail on the scoreboard, the event itself was a win for women in sports.
On Friday, football tied the Bruce Mahoney series with an inspiring comeback win in front of almost 8,000 fans. The Irish trailed the Wildcats through 3 quarters until a 42-yard run by Jerry Mixon in the 4th quarter put the Irish ahead, and the defense held. The team doused Coach Mack with a bucket of Gatorade, and the alma mater never sounded so sweet. Congratulations, football. We look forward to the Bruce Mahoney girls and boys basketball coming up in January.
Today, cross country has a meet at 4 and girls golf goes to Midi. Girls tennis plays presentation at home Wednesday and girls volleyball hosts Valley Christian. Thursday, tennis goes to St. Francis and volleyball plays at Bellarmine at 7 on Friday. Saturday, girls volleyball travels back to Milpitas for Spike Fest 2.
Thanks for the update, Roisin. Now let's see what's new this week from the Emerald.
Hey SHC, my name is Margot Hart and I am the Editor-in-Chief of the Emerald. As we all know, girls sports are being included in the Bruce Mahoney Trophy as of this year. Here are a few words from Miss Bima, co-athletic director and coach of girls volleyball, about this exciting addition.
Hi Coach Bima.
Hi Lulu.
What was the journey to getting girls volleyball in the Mahoney?
So I've been coaching since 1999 in conversations about a girls' trophy. It has been a part of the conversation. I was always sort of opposed to it because I didn't want to have a copycat trophy that maybe people would care less about. So it was actually brought to me a few years ago. Dr. Cannon had a proposal to include two of the female sports in the actual trophy, which I was all for. And so he worked really hard making connections and working it out with the principal of SI, Ms. Nevin. And so I credit them both for working together to make it happen.
Congratulations to girls volleyball for a great game against SI last week. For more information about women's inclusion in the Bruce Mahoney, including interviews of team captains and an article that I published last week, check out the Emerald website. For SHC Live in the Emerald, this is Margot Hart.
Thanks, Margot, Coach Bima, and Lulu. Now here's a special message from the Rose Club.
National Coming Out Day is observed on October 11th in support of LGBTQ+ people living authentic lives. According to recent statistics, roughly 8 to 10% of all high school students in the United States report being LGBTQ+. There are students here at SHC that will take this opportunity to come out to you about their queer sexual orientation or gender identity. Here are some things to consider if this happens.
First of all, listen. They chose you to share this story with, so cherish it.
Be mindful of their emotions and respond appropriately. If someone is nervous, be patient. If they are nonchalant about it, don't fuss over it. And if someone is excited, be excited back.
Be respectful with your language. Don't hesitate to reach out and ask questions about someone's experience if they're open to it. However, try not to ask too many general questions about LGBTQ+ identities, questions that you can easily Google. LGBTQ+ people are people, not encyclopedias.
Try not to give unsolicited advice. We all know that's kind of annoying.
If someone is coming out as trans, make sure to respect their preferred name and pronoun. Misgendering someone can contribute to erasure of their trans identity.
Keep the information confidential. Remember that LGBTQ+ people own their own stories, and it is up to them to determine when and where they want to share their story of their identity. Don't take that away from them.
However, if you are concerned about the mental health of the person coming out, either talk to a trusted adult or encourage them to go to somebody who can provide them appropriate resources.
Understand that people's identities are not fixed, especially at this age. We're using the words LGBTQ+ to describe experiences, but those experiences might change as people continue to grow.
Finally, thank them for sharing and assure them that you love them. Coming out is often very difficult, so them coming out to you means that they trust you.
At SHC, we are proud of our Lasallian Vincentian Catholic heritage, which guides us to care for the needs of all people, especially the most vulnerable. While Catholic teaching on LGBTQ+ persons is complicated and can sometimes appear to be contentious, one of the most fundamental teachings of the Catholic Church is that all people have intrinsic dignity because we're all made in the image and likeness of God. That means that all persons, including those who are LGBTQ+, deserve to be treated with respect, compassion, and sensitivity. As our community continues to learn about Catholic teaching on LGBTQ+ persons, we hope this video offers us some useful ideas on how we can better care for each other in our journey as a community together. That's what our Catholic community cohorts, or CCCs, are for. So if you're a member of the LGBTQ+ community, know that God loves you and you belong at Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And for SHC Live, this is the Rose Club.
Thank you, Rose Club. Yesterday was Indigenous Peoples Day. Today and always, we are called to acknowledge that the Indigenous peoples of the Americas are the original stewards of the land we currently occupy. We must acknowledge that Sacred Heart Cathedral Preparatory sits on the unceded ancestral homeland of the Ramaytush Ohlone peoples, who were the original inhabitants of the San Francisco Peninsula.
Yesterday is a reminder, celebration, and expression of gratitude for Indigenous peoples' ongoing resistance, resilience, survival, and leadership. That's all for this week. I'm Roisin Gaffney.
And I'm Eva O'Donnell. Now back to your Block 5 class. Live Jesus in our hearts forever.